From London, matches were made for payback. Cesaro's all out of bubblegum, and Enzo and Cass get rid of some fugazis. It'll be a jolly old good time right now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I feel like I need some tattoos, some spiked hair, a weird collar around my neck.
Safety pins through your nose.
That's right, safety pins.
I was
right
really
through.
hoping that you were on camera for so long before you did the intro.
Were we?
I don't know.
No, I don't
know.
think
Mark,
so.
were we?
You were
No.
just there.
He said, go ahead, and I said it.
No, but I was wondering if the silence meant we were live.
I don't
and
know.
you were just staring at me.
Whatever. We're doing it live. We're doing it live right now. Welcome, everybody, to the Raw After Show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I am Jonny Loquasto. We got the squad back. It's my first time here. I missed the last 2 weeks.
I held down the fort last week.
You did.
And I held down the fort the week before that.
I watched them both. Y'all crushed it, and I appreciate that. It's good to be back, though. And Raw emanated tonight from one of the greatest wrestling cities in the world, London, England. We love our UK listeners. We love our UK followers and our viewers wherever you're at in London, wherever you're at in England. We appreciate you. The fans are insane there, insane in mostly a good way.
Yes, mostly.
And right now, I don't know how many of them are watching live because it's almost 4:30 in the a.m. But some of them are crazy enough to be watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of
And I
course
guess
they
no,
are.
I take back mostly. I take back mostly because there were no beach balls. Everything was good. Everything was grand. Although the beach balls, were you there? You saw all the beach ball madness.
So many
the
beach
night
balls.
after
And I
Mania.
love, my favorite moment was when one of the fans took the beach ball and did the right thing and threw it to the security guy. I'm like, thank you, because these idiots are ruining the show. Get rid of the beach balls.
Oh, you know they're the parents at the party.
Yeah, well, you know, Fun Dad has a limit.
Yeah,
And my limit is
bring the hammer down.
You're like, I brought you here. That's
Right.
that's fun.
I gotta say though, Beach Ball City got me.
Beach Ball City's kind of funny.
Beach Ball City got me.
You know what got me tonight
What's
is
that?
Heath Slater's nickname for Apollo Crews, Singles Cruise.
Oh, so
Couldn't stop laughing.
good. So good.
Love
that, yeah, that got us more than we were expecting.
nice.
Disappointed that I found it so funny. But I loved it. All right, let's get into it here. Find me on Twitter at JQuasto. That man right there, see him every single week on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He is the first progenitor of hyper-optimism. He is on Twitter at Ty Matthews PMA. You know he's Ty Matthews.
You know that's who I am.
I know that's
I'm
who
so
you are.
happy to be here.
Yeah.
You know that, Mark.
Hey, we got some big episodes of Championship Wrestling coming up.
Ooh, yeah, we
Huge
did.
episodes.
Yeah, we do.
Can't wait.
We got Coastline Clash in the can.
That was one of our best tapings of all time.
100%, yeah.
And by the way, we're on the Fight TV app right now, y'all. All you gotta do is go to your smartphone, download the Fight TV app, F-I-T-E. It's the same app that Jim Ross has been putting over. You could watch all combat sports, but you could look and find Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. So those of you who've been wondering, how do we see you guys? Now you can for free on your app.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Get it.
So many more eyes are going
Fight
to be on the
TV,
show.
Patreon, KDOC, YouTube America. You have no excuse anymore.
That's right. This guy's creepy on the show, by the way. So you're going to be into it. You're going to be into it. But you know who's not creepy? The woman sitting next to Ty Matthews. That's the best segue I came up with in the moment. She's a
I like
very
it.
funny
Nailed it.
actress and improviser and host here on AfterBuzz TV. Find her on Twitter at McCarty. She's Markeia McCarty.
Yeah, I'm right here. I am indeed.
Ooh, what up, though?
Ooh, I get sound effects. It's nice.
All day. We hook it up, man.
Yeah, I expect for you to keep with that accent, you know, that you did at the cold open. Just pepper it. Pepper it for the rest of the time.
Then. I'll try my best.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
there
enough.
you
That's
go.
it.
All
That's
right,
good.
Ty,
That's good.
Markeia, let's have a
That
good
is a
time while we talk
Thespian
about the
right there.
talk about the Raw after show. What should we start out with? Dean Ambrose and
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if you know this, but there's a new talk show called The Ambrose Asylum. And by the way, that's Mark Donica on the ones and twos.
Nice, let it slip.
Yeah.
No.
Although I am picturing him in a sweater
Yeah.
vest right now.
Right, of course.
By the way, Mark is no longer at Soapbox Mark, I realized.
I haven't been that for months,
Nope.
Johnny.
Well, how am I
been,
supposed to know?
What
It's
are
been
you?
quite a while. He's Mark B. Donica now.
Yeah, he's Mark B. Donica.
Oh, I should update
The B
that.
stands for brilliant.
So he's on the ones and twos, so follow him. Dean Ambrose hits with the Ambrose Asylum starting off Raw, cracks a classic late night joke about Braun Strowman not being able to swim. Little surprised that it worked, of course. He said, I did write that. And he also gives a shout out to James Corden's parents, the host of the Late Late Show, who took over for Craig Ferguson, and they're there front row, having a good time, as you do if you're sitting front row.
Of course.
And next thing you know, he brings out Shane O'Mac, who for the third week in a row, count him 1, 2, 3, he is in the charge of Monday Night Raw. The question is, how long is this going to last? Because we all want it to keep going.
That's the thing. Yeah, I think Markeia brought up a good point last week. Is if it keeps giving us shows like this, I mean, who really cares?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. You know, this overwhelming social media response that keeps Shane, in the driver's seat.
If that's
I'm
all
having
it
fun
takes,
with it.
if that's all it takes to get shows like this, like now we can start twittering.
Yeah.
Forget all the putting the hashtag in the corner of the screen. You just keep giving us shows like this. We'll Twitter about
Hey,
it.
why not? Let's
Yeah.
do it. Shane O'Mac says, they replay his fall from Hell in a Cell, of course. He said, my goal was to give opportunities to those who may not have had them before. People like AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks. That's when Kevin Owens comes out, and he's a curmudgeon, to say the least.
Sure.
He says that Shane O'Mac is a personal vendetta against him and that Sami Zayn was not good enough to make it on his own. And that's when Sami Zayn comes out and says, you know what, buddy, if it wasn't for me, you would have never been in the WWE. Great point, actually.
All right.
Because Sami Zayn, there are other guys that paved the way before him, but Sami Zayn really did a lot for a guy with his background and his history. He proved that, oh my God, these fans can love.
Right. Well, in a way, it's kind of a symbiotic relationship because I don't think either of them would be where they are without the history that they've had with each other.
Yeah, well, then that stands for a whole lot of the wrestlers, though. You know, you've got to have somewhere that they're coming from, and they have generated all of this history, all of this background behind them. I'm glad to see them here now.
It's great, and they both had massive fan bases. They continue to do so. And this is just the match that we've been waiting for. It was unfinished business from NXT due to Sami Zayn's injury, then Kevin Owens being called up full time. It's just, it fits perfectly. And, yeah, and he said, you made a career stabbing your friends in the back, and that's when Y2J, speaking of backstabbers, he comes on down. He says, Kevin Owens is right. Shane is drunk with power, and everyone starts to get a little ticked off. That's when Shane's like, you know what? Payback's in 13 days, and we only have one match. So let's make a couple. He makes Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, and he makes Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose. Just two good old-fashioned grudge matches.
One is a blood feud. One is more or less over a potted plant. Kind of evens out.
Or over a scarf.
Or a scarf, even better.
He's pretty pedo about that scarf.
I mean, let's not underestimate the importance of a scarf or a potted plant.
I mean, really, there have been feuds over worse things.
Yeah,
there have been feuds over the letter T.
Boy.
If you recall the days of Booker versus Big.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. What other weird feuds have there been over?
Oh my God, Big Boss Man versus Al Snow.
Yeah.
Pepper steak.
Pepper steak.
Let's remember that.
For a good pepper steak,
Big Boss Man versus Big Show.
you might want to. Let's not go back to that.
My daddy dead.
No,
my daddy
no,
dead.
do not. Don't you dare. Do not. We're not going there, Ty.
Oh, it's one of my favorite lines in wrestling history.
We're not going there.
Oh, Boss
I think
Man.
it was the plethora of women that actually fought over Fandango.
That's
He's
true.
like,
That is true.
what?
There was a lot of that.
There were so many.
Oh, he
Was Natalia in there somewhere?
He was
No.
dancing tonight.
Summer
Yeah,
was in
he
there.
was.
I think
Showing it
Layla
all.
was in there. He
they
was.
they had what's her name? Oh,
Summer,
God, I haven't seen her
Layla.
forever. Layla. Yeah.
Layla's. She's awesome.
Yes.
But yes. But point being,
Yeah. Point being,
in the grand scheme of things, Scarf and Plant
absolutely.
are okay. We'll take
Absolutely.
it. We'll take it.
And
Yeah,
I
we'll
love.
take that tag team.
Look, Cranky Jericho is my favorite.
Oh, it's
Jericho.
the best.
Like, cause Jericho is being Cranky Pops now, and he's
Sure.
he's owning it.
Well, and he's not just the best in the world at what he does. He's the best in the world at what he does. Do you understand what he's saying to you right now? Mm-hmm. That's the full title.
Here's one from
Mr. Melancholy?
AJ0314, always on point. A quote: "Hey, Paul Wright, you're a big nasty bastard, and your mama said so."
Oh, that was such a good feud. There's
love
so
it.
many quotable lines.
AJ also had a
Jericho.
good line. That plant's been on TV more than Sandow.
Oh, it's sad because it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Damian Plantdown. He can be the potted plant stunt double.
And Shaq will throw him out of the ring.
Right.
Man, you know that's gonna happen now. Sandow's gonna come out and
Just dressed as a potted plant
with a scarf around
with a
it.
scarf.
He'll be a stunt plant.
There you go.
Amazing. First match of
The
the
thing
night.
is, he could get that over.
No, he comes
He
out.
could
He
get
comes
that
out
over.
as the Mrs. Wife's stunt. What's her name? Maurice.
Maurice, yes.
Maurice. He comes out as I don't know, Maurice.
Maurice. Yeah.
Mr. Melancholy, our good friend, says next year at WrestleMania, Chris Jericho will pop out of a box of Cranky Pops.
I like it.
Hashtag Cranky Pops.
I like that. Let's
right.
get it trending, guys.
Speaking of Cranky Pops, first match of the night, Chris Jericho versus Sami Zayn. I mean, geez Louise, so much great stuff here. The amazing springboard off the top landed to perfection, but Jericho takes control after the break. Suplex onto the floor outside the ring. Zayn hits a sweet crossbody. Y2J locks in the wall. Zayn gets to the rope, but then he does his classic DDT through the bottom rope. And then, of course, Chris Jericho, how does he end up winning? The referee doesn't see it. Boop! Eye poke. And a code breaker for the win. But wow, what a match that was.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing that happens when you get these NXT call-ups is there are so many new pairings that you get and so many kind of dream matches that you really never thought about.
Yep.
You know, of course, Zayn getting called up, you have dreams of Owens versus Zayn one-on-one at a pay-per-view, which we obviously have now, but you forget about things like just a randomly awesome match between Jericho and Zayn on Raw.
And that's the thing, you know, Jericho's got to be loving the fact that he gets to work with guys like this.
Exactly, exactly.
And something that I'm enjoying, because Zayn's already my total underdog, and I'm really loving him. So I really love when Kevin Owens, like, takes him out of a match by beating him about backstage. I love that Jericho wins with like doing an eye poke. It's like, yes, I want more wrestlers to win against like that with Zayn, because that's just building up when I want him to win.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
And they're already planting the seeds. Kevin Owens said he has no business being near the title shot, stuff like that for Sami Zayn. So,
well, and what's great is that they've established him as a legitimate contender to the title like that instantly. You know, Owens took him out of the four-way that first week, and then the very next week, because Shane was running the show, he put him in that match against AJ Styles to earn a spot in the main event.
which is exactly what a fan would do.
Exactly, but that automatically equates him with the main event in the universe's eyes.
yeah.
So it's perfect booking at this point.
It really is, and I love the fact, you know, I love a good old-fashioned feud where no titles are on the line. That's Kevin Owens, that's Sami Zayn.
Exactly.
And, you know, a lot of these matches that are being set up have the ability to steal the show on May 1st at Payback.
Right.
And we're going to get to all the matches made. But so far, we got 2 tonight. We got KO, we got Zayn, we got Jericho, we got Dean Ambrose. Both going to be phenomenal, but yeah.
And I think those, in addition to the title match, I mean, this could easily end up being a better card than Mania. Top to bottom.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, it won't be as big. It's not going to be 4 hours.
I don't think
bold
that's
statement.
I don't think that's bold at all. I don't think that's going out on a limb at all. No.
It's not going to be 4 hours and 40 minutes.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right.
Man, I do, and I said this last week, but I really like the different feeling that you have with like all of these wrestlers, and you did with the Authority. It's such a feeling of camaraderie.
Right.
I mean, you get all of these backstage promos. You have Shane going and shaking people's hands. I love it. It makes me feel like, oh, these are guys that I know. We're
Yeah.
part of the party, kind of a thing.
I love when people in chat roll turn on each other. Zeno Hour says Jericho calls everyone an idiot, and then
That's great.
Eli
I love
Austin
it.
responds with, "No, he doesn't. Zeno, you stupid idiot."
Even better.
Well done. Well done.
Stupid idiot. It's such a great thing to call someone.
It's great. Moro with AJ Styles backstage before AJ even gets a sentence out, interrupted, or should I say, greeted by Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Big bear hug. AJ's like, you know what, Moro, I got this. I'll take care of it from here. They thank him for getting them in the door. They all leave to go and hang out and talk about their last night in Roppongi.
Bizcliz, y'all.
Yeah, that's right.
Get it.
So this is interesting. We're building something here, and I like it. Enzo and Cass hit the ring. They do a riddle saying the Dudleys are duds, and they're a couple of fugazis.
What is a fugazi?
And as an Italian, I appreciate what Enzo says.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
Is
just
this something you can't say?
I'd rather not, but it's
Okay.
just
I'll Google
it's
it.
just another way to call someone
It's someone who's soft.
a stupid idiot.
Or
Sure.
Okay.
soft.
Yeah.
Soft?
Yeah.
I
Spell
love it. I
You
mean,
know. You know.
I gotta say, Enzo's got a lot of guts. He was dressed like he stole clothing from the Neverland Ranch. Like, he had the MJ jacket. He had an odd.
He had the chains. Had some chains.
He had like shiny black overalls.
Overalls.
Oh, yeah,
right.
that's right.
How you doing?
And
That's right.
bright
I
red
do.
high tops.
I
How
do.
you doing?
There you go. Thank you,
It's
Mark.
beautiful. I love it.
I don't know how he.
You
Yeah.
get big ass Colin Cassidy in just trunks and boots, and then you get Enzo in something you would never
He
see.
was styling in his own way.
Exactly.
And you can't teach that.
You cannot.
Certainly can't.
I don't know how you wrestle in that, but he does. He finds a way.
Yeah.
A lot of chains too.
Right.
I pity the fool chains.
How about his hairstyle? I love someone that just goes for it. It's like, now this is who I am.
Right.
I'm Enzo. It's originals G.
Yeah.
You can't do anything else.
Pretty amazing.
Now people in chat roll are all shocked that I'm Italian. What? Have you looked at my last name, people? What do you think it is? God's sake. Enzo and Cass take on those damn Dudleys to see who's going to the finals of the #1 contender tournament for the New Day tag titles. Enzo, fighting from behind most of the matches he tends to do, makes that Cass hot tag. He starts taking everybody out. The Dudleys get the best of him. They do the double team neck breaker. Bubba then accidentally hits Devon, big boot from Cassidy, and bam, rocket launcher for the win. Enzo and Cass move on.
To the finals.
Yeah.
What did we think about this? Did we expect this?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I didn't expect the next one, but this one kind of expected that they would keep them in, if only because I think they make really great #1 contenders against the New Day.
Sure.
Although I just think that roasting battle between the two of them in the ring, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But I love that rocket launcher finish. I wasn't expecting it, but
That's
you
old school.
should.
That's OG.
You should.
Is that Rock and Roll Express? Rocket launcher?
Because Big Cass is just.
Or is that
he's gonna
Midnight
take
Express?
his buddy.
I believe.
One of the expresses, I think.
Oh God, that's shoot. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I want to say probably midnight.
Y'all
It
got the
kinda-
internet.
It
You
kind
know.
of
I want to
reminded
say
me.
probably midnight.
It kind of reminded me, the Dirty Dancing finale where Patrick Swayze lifts her up, but then he throws baby at the father. that's what it reminded me of.
You know what? Now we're calling it Dirty Dancing from now on. Screw the rocket launcher. Now it's called Dirty Dancing.
There it is.
Nobody puts Enzo in the corner.
Dirty Dancing, FTW.
I like it. I like it.
There you go. So I love this though. Enzo and Cass show up. They've been crushing it since the night after Raw, and here you go. Let's be honest. The Dudleys. I think they have a title run left in them, but I don't think now is the time.
Right.
Look, they both stay in good shape. They're both still entertaining, but right now this is the time for Enzo and Cass. Send them to the top. Keep them there, then have the Dudleys make one final run, whether it's as faces or heels. The Dudleys know what they're doing at this point.
Definitely.
And what they're doing is good business.
Right.
Yeah.
So, is good stuff. Roman Reigns hits the ring, and, believe it or not, the UK didn't appreciate it.
Not fans. Not huge fans of the big dog.
This kind of hurt me.
Why is that?
She said, she
hurt
turned to
me
me, she goes,
inside.
this is really just, it hurts me to see all the booing.
I mean, it's nothing new. At least, at the very least, at this point, they've embraced it. At the very least, they've got that nifty new catchphrase.
It was Midnight Express.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good.
Good call on us. We did it.
At least now they're finally embracing it and they're turning Roman into what he needs to be.
Yeah, I guess,
Let's hope.
a reaction's better than no reaction.
Exactly,
But it was
exactly.
just like he's standing there, the camera's in his face, he's got the belt, and they're just like, bro! It's like, why? I don't get it. I understand not wanting to have something forced on you.
Right.
But it's like this, he's a great champion. And there's
Now
Roman
he is.
Empire.
Now he is.
Yeah.
I think before they were trying to make him something that he wasn't. And obviously we've exhausted this point many, many times.
That's true.
But I think that's the reason people didn't want to be told to cheer for him. Is because he isn't going to be The Rock. He's this new thing.
Yes. Yep. And once again, he said his catchphrase, not a good guy, not a bad guy, I'm the guy. Just in case you haven't heard it.
It works perfectly for him.
It does. It does work for him. He says, this is the era of the Roman Empire, and we're here to stay. That's when AJ Styles hits the ring with the... See?
Oh,
I mean, come on now.
Mark's on
Love
it
it.
tonight.
Jeez. He says, Roman, you do have it all, and I'll have to have the match of my life to beat you, but having the match of my life is what I do. And Roman says, you know what? Everyone likes you. Everyone does. But what they won't like is when I beat you at Payback. And that's when AJ says, I'd rather be liked and respected because that'll make me a much better WWE champion. As AJ leaves the ring, Gallows and Anderson attack Roman Reigns and do, I don't even know what they call that.
They called it the Boot of Doom.
The Boot of Doom.
Yeah.
It's a boot to the face. To the back of the head.
Right.
Loved that.
Yeah. Yeah, Gallows and Anderson, they've got a pretty nice little arsenal of double team moves. They hit the Magic Killer last week.
Yep.
They got the Boot of Doom this week.
They're
A lot of
great.
good stuff.
I mean,
Man.
look, those two guys are just, they get down.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And we've known Carl Anderson for years now.
A long time.
And he's absolutely one of the 100% most entertaining guys in the ring.
Yeah.
Man, I like the vibe of it when they just went out there and they started messing with Roman. They were like, you know, your two college friends that you invite to one of your adult parties, and
That's
they
funny.
pull some ish, you know, and they're
Right.
like, yeah, you see what we did? That's great. That's what we do.
That's a really, really funny point. I like that a lot,
I was
actually.
just like,
That's exactly right. And you could see
Yeah.
the way that AJ reacted to that. That's exactly right.
It's very
It's
like,
like,
what
no,
did you,
man.
what?
It's
No.
like, guys, this is why we can't have nice things.
man.
Guys, I just got here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a good impression.
Guys, you already peed on the couch. What are you doing? Man, now I got to get some Febreze.
Man, I put it out there for you.
The Usos were fine. That was fine. Whatever. Don't attack Roman.
That's true. Yeah. They didn't even, you know.
right.
So we go to commercial. Afterwards, backstage, Roman is already up and walking, which I could have waited a little while, but whatever.
I can see it. It was a finish that could maybe have taken him out theoretically in a match, but through a whole commercial break, I can see him recovering.
Yeah. And so Rich Brennan starts to ask Roman a question, but then AJ shows up and says, I have no idea that was going to happen. Trust me. And Roman doesn't believe him. He's like, whatever. You took out my cousins. Now you try to take out me. I know exactly what's going on, but whatever. One versus all. So there you go.
It's great.
Why bring up your cousins and then not include them in your catchphrase?
Right. Yeah. It's not three because 3 versus all isn't catchy, Mark. They can't put that on a shirt.
I mean, they could.
I mean, I guess they could.
Just
Yeah.
probably wouldn't
I mean,
sell
Shield
well.
kind of
Theoretically.
did that, but
right.
I mean, if they really want, they could go Samoans versus all if they wanted to.
Sure.
Samoa 1 versus all.
Yeah.
I still stand by my theory from last week, and this is just a diversion.
Oh, of course.
Johnny, did you hear that?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
My plan, what I think they're going with this.
No, I did not hear your plan.
Get it. Get it, Mark.
So, the quote-unquote Bullet Club is going to end up attacking AJ Styles at Payback and join with Roman Reigns. They've trademarked this bulletproof line. You know what's bulletproof?
His flak jacket.
A shield. And they remake Shield with Anderson and Gallows and Roman Reigns.
I like it.
I'm insane.
I like it. Mark, you're an agent of chaos.
Look, I think that makes perfect sense, but the question is, would they be willing to go that route?
Nope.
no, not at all.
I don't know.
But
Maybe.
it
But
absolutely makes
it's a fun theory.
Sure.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
have fun
I can
here.
already see the T-shirts.
Now I'm going to be all mad if it doesn't happen. Thanks, Mark. Jeez. Seriously, it is brilliant. And look, I think the boos aren't going to stop.
Right.
No, they're gonna get
They're
stronger.
not going to stop.
Yeah.
You put them up against AJ Styles, regardless of what happens. Unless AJ wins, the boos aren't going to stop.
Right.
So what do you do? That's the
Embrace
question.
the boo.
Embrace the boo.
Yeah.
Make him a
Embrace the
monster
boo.
heel.
Just like in life.
So there you go. I don't know, but
Sure.
I think that's a brilliant idea. I love it.
Embrace the-
Next, we got Fandango versus Baron Corbin. Of course, it's London. You gotta have Fandango in a match.
course.
Yeah, he was doing some new moves.
He was getting it. Ziggler on commentary. Corbin takes control early on, sends Fandango right into Ziggler. What a beautiful and scary spot that was.
Right.
Taking them both out. Then gets a cheap shot in on Ziggler. Hits the end of days immediately for the win. Ziggler attacks, but Corbin gets the boot, gets control, and a ridiculous end of days outside the ring. That may have been the most insane end of days I've seen.
It might be
I mean-
second. Might be second to Chad Gable.
Well,
might be second to Gable in the Dusty tournament.
The one he hit on Aries, in Aries' debut outside the ring, that was also
That was pretty gnarly.
real violent. But him and Ziggler are both so good, they can handle that.
Anytime he does one to a heavier opponent, it's always super impressive too.
Absolutely. The first time he did it to Rhino, it was amazing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, these guys just have some beef. They've got to work this out, and Dolph needs to bring weapons.
Right.
He needs to bring a kendo stick. No, that won't work. That won't work.
Fandango was just sacrificed at the altar.
Yeah, because Corbin brought a weapon. It was Fandango.
Right.
Throwing it into
That was
Dolph.
his weapon.
That was
yes.
his weapon.
But everyone loves Fandango. But you know what else everyone loves? Golf.
Yeah.
Everyone absolutely loves golf. And here's the deal, guys. DraftKings is always available for all your favorite sports. So here you go. Whether you're golf's biggest fan or you just want to have some fantasy fun, play 1 week fantasy golf for free every single week at DraftKings.com. You pick 6 golfers before a tournament tees off, stay under that salary cap, and you outscore the competition, and you can win. It's as simple as that. With every monster drive, every made putt brings you closer to victory. And here's the deal. At DraftKings, there's more than just fantasy golf. All the sports you need, whether it's baseball, soccer, even MMA, y'all. Millions of sports fans just like you have already discovered DraftKings. Now it's your turn to get in the action for free. All right, here's the deal. Go to DraftKings.com right now. Be sure to use the promo code BUZZ. That's BUZZ. That's the promo code BUZZ, and you can play for free right now at DraftKings.com. You know why? Because this isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings Golf.
Nice.
I like it.
That at the end.
I like it.
Thank you.
Dig it.
Dig it! All right, so, Ziggler and Corbin, I think it's going to be a fun one.
Sure.
Possibly payback, but I like the contrast.
Right.
styles.
I'm thinking maybe pre-show, maybe payback pre-show.
Hell, put it on
Who
the
knows?
card. Why not?
I mean, I'm always down for that, but it seems maybe like a pre-show match. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that his little rivalry,
You know.
his little rivalry
You know,
with
cute.
Dolph Ziggler is keeping him from obscurity, though, because it seems like not obscurity, you
Sure.
know what I mean? Where it's just like it seems like they don't really follow through with the whole Andre the Giant thing. So
Sure.
I'm hoping that they learn this third time. Especially with him, because he's an NXT, he's not a big show.
Right.
He's not a Cesaro, and even Cesaro's back now. It's like, let's see more. Let's,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
He's a big, giant, scary guy.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
let's
look,
give him some time.
Corbin winning the Battle Royal was not expected, and him making the jump immediately, I feel like it was a last-minute decision because, I mean, he had the match at TakeOver. Aries took him out, but at the same time, I don't know if they had planned on it being a full-time jump, but...
Well, I think they were never going to have him win the Battle Royal and not make the full-time jump.
You're right.
I think there's
Yeah, once that decision
Yeah.
was made,
that
I think...
that was fully solidified at that point.
I mean, you
Absolutely
have
right.
to, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It's not like he can take it back to NXT with him.
Right. I mean, that would be. I could see that being a tactic to draw more eyes to NXT, but it seems more.
Have to switch him.
Yeah, he kind of earned his spot on the main roster with a win at WrestleMania. I mean, that's as big as you can do, really.
Yeah, he pulled that back, getting Big Show out of the... No, or was it Kane?
Kane, yeah.
Kane out of the ring.
Yeah.
You know what else is big?
What's that?
The Intercontinental Championship. And next we have Miz TV with his lovely wife Maurice.
Oh, so happy she's back.
But prior to, they're walking in the hallway, and there's a spilled drink in the middle of the hallway. They make some poor passerby put his jacket over the drink so they could step over it. And you know where that all came from
Where's
years
that?
ago?
Where's that?
Sir Walter Raleigh in England.
Really?
Yeah, I know this because
nice
I wrote a
Italian.
bit about the whole process of guys putting jackets over a puddle.
Okay.
Sir Walter Raleigh did that for Queen Elizabeth one time
Okay.
to be a gentleman. And you know how Sir Walter Raleigh died?
How's that?
He was beheaded by Queen Elizabeth.
Wow.
Moral of the story, don't put your jackets down, fellas. Okay? So they did that. They hit Miz TV. They make fun of British royalty, the newest baby. What's his name? Probably William, I'm assuming. Another William. I don't know.
Right.
Another Charles or William. I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Helping your case there,
Nice.
Quasto.
Couldn't
Very
tell
nice.
you.
One of the royal babies.
Maybe
of
that'd
them.
sound better in a British accent.
One of the royal babies. So the IC title is their baby, and then they start making out. Like, like a couple
they're
of...
such heels.
Yeah.
They really
Oh,
are.
televised PDA.
Yeah.
Come on.
But luckily interrupted by Cesaro. Miz calls him just a supporting actor. Then the boring chants begin. Miz acts out the famous quote from Taken by Liam Neeson. And that's when Cesaro says, shh. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. And then he quotes the most famous line from They Live and Roddy Piper. He says, I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. It was great.
Yeah.
And Miz says Cesaro, sorry, buddy, you already have a scheduled match right now against Rusev. Rusev hits the ring, and Cesaro says, oh, no, but I already talked to Shane McMahon, and it's not going to be a one-on-one match.
Yeah.
We're going to have a tag team match.
You know it's the Mac Militant. Coming to get it on.
And it becomes an 8-man tag team match because Cesaro teams with them New Day fellas, and the League of Nations team up with The Miz.
Can we appreciate
Seamless.
that he had a Bootios t-shirt underneath the tearaway
Underneath the
suit?
transporter suit.
Oh, man.
He
I
should,
love
yeah,
that.
he
I
sure
love that
did.
so much.
He show did. Loved it. So, really fun match here. Sheamus gets control, but eventually it's saved by Xavier, and then a whole bunch of crazy things. We got a Trouble in Paradise from Kofi, we got a backstabber, we got a belly to booty, and then a big ending, but then Cesaro hits the neutralizer on Sheamus off a reversal for the win. FT dubs.
So much good stuff. We got that Trevor Lee stomp from Kofi Kingston, just stomping fools out.
Yep.
We got actually Big E clarified on Twitter that belly to belly is not called the belly to booty because that is anatomically incorrect.
It really is.
He called out whoever it was on social media. Said I'm going to harass whoever came up with that.
It was called tonight.
Isn't it?
I know it.
It
I know it.
was.
But
Belly to
Big E will tell you otherwise.
Yeah, there's no reason. It's like you already have the
He
belly
said-
to belly.
His Big E's exact words were, "There is zero belly to ass contact."
There is. So I think we could just. How about we just call it a belly to belly?
Let's just call it a belly to belly. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Worked for Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
If it's good enough for Scott Steiner, y'all, that's what I'm saying. If it's good enough for Big Papa Pump, it's good enough for us.
And Scott Steiner can do the math to let you know that it works.
Huh? Oh, yes,
That
he
means
can.
you got a 33% chance. I'm not even gonna go there. Just, it's the greatest thing.
Look up Scott Steiner math promo, guys, if you don't know.
It's the greatest thing of all time. That means I got 141 2/3% chance of winning. So good.
That's right up there with Jumpin' Jeff Harmer, my favorite promos of all time.
Oh, those two. If I could watch those two promos back to back on a loop,
Yep.
I think every day would be amazing.
Oh, man.
Hardest match I ever had in my life.
Motley Cruz turned the tables on me.
Turn
Turned tables in the wrong way. All right,
We're about to get the scene.
we gotta move
No,
on. We gotta move on.
no. I'm going to talk about this match too. I very much enjoyed having Xavier Woods. We don't
Yes.
get to see him.
Absolutely.
You know, he's always on the outside with his trombone. Yes, he got a whole lot of butt whooping for his trouble, but he took it. He took it like a unicorn, which
You know,
I'm very proud of.
Of course, of course.
That night, I really enjoyed the Cesaro and a New Day matchup. I mean, this is something else like a fan would do because Cesaro's just so fun. He's fun on the mic. He's fun with his transporter thing.
Sure.
And it's just like having him join in on the Unicorn Parade or having him do Uppercut City inside and outside of the ring. It was just all entertainment. It was all fun. We even got some trombone in there. So,
Of course.
I really enjoyed this. And then a neutralizer to finish it off.
Of course,
And it was
yeah.
a sweet transition to that neutralizer.
And that's
It was
that's
so smooth.
That's a great point. As good as Xavier is, we don't see enough of him in the ring.
We don't.
You know, I
'Cause
mean,
he's been hype man.
of course, and I mean, obviously, he's amazing at that too.
He's so good in the ring. So good
But-
at selling. Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
You know it was his idea to be Dragon Ball Z at WrestleMania.
Of course
You
It was
know
actually
it
Kofi's idea.
Was it
It
Kofi?
was Kofi's idea.
He was inspired by
Interesting.
Xavier. Had to be.
All right.
Love it.
Nice.
Learn something new.
They pulled it off. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Learn something new every day. Backstage, Mauro Ranallo is with Charlotte. She says Natalya is a failure. Everyone else in the women's division is a failure. Feels so good to say that.
Right?
Natty shows up and says, you know what? Shane has granted me a rematch because y'all had shenanigans last time, and it's going to be at Payback. But in my corner, I'm going to have Bret the Hitman Hart. Yo,
Pretty excited.
you talk about a match that could steal a show?
I mean, it's 100.
I don't know
they,
how I feel about this.
Well,
now.
they did this exact thing in NXT, and it was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. I just, I mean, I said it before, and I just wish that the women's championship was about the women. I really
Right.
love,
Well-
you cannot not love Bret the Hitman Hart. You
Sure.
cannot not love Ric Flair. I want to see Charlotte and Natalya just go at it on themselves. I don't want to see, not for this early stage.
Right.
They don't
But I
need
think
to have uncle and daddy
It's
there.
not. I think it's less. It's not necessarily about the men of the story, and more about the dynasties and the family and the lineage and the history. So I get that. I totally get your point. I 100% agree.
I think,
But,
yeah.
I think at a certain point we will get to see them just one-on-one without anyone
Yeah, I'm
else.
tired of waiting for it though.
I think eventually it will
for
happen.
a long time.
We got to give a shout out right now to Mr. Colm Staines. It's 5 a.m. in the morning in Ireland, and he said, "Can we get a shout out?" Yes, you can.
Hang on.
Yes, you can, lad. Hi, Ireland. There we go. Next up, we had Natty, Sasha, Becky, and Paige taking on Naomi, Tamina, Summer, and Charlotte, which meant we had an 8-woman tag team match.
You know it's the Mac Militant. Coming to get it on.
Now, this match was also phenomenal. Just a lot of great stuff happening, a lot of action, very, very fast. Eventually, Natty makes Charlotte tap with the sharpshooter, which we're all on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed all the entrances. I feel like Becky Lynch has the best entrance. Like that would be my entrance.
She's killer,
like,
man.
Right.
You know, and then
killer.
her, Sasha, and even Summer Rae. I mean, she's getting there. She's got the
I like
excitement.
Summer.
I feel like Summer Rae is one of the more underrated female competitors that
Well,
they've
because
got.
she's like
is.
this big.
Right, exactly,
you
yeah.
know?
But she's so.
But that's just her natural body type, I'm assuming.
People
Yeah.
were sleeping on her heel work in NXT for sure.
Yo, Summer Rae is such a good performer in the ring. When she tried to run away and then got her hair, like everything, she knows exactly when to yell something obnoxious or something cowardly. Summer Rae is incredibly underrated. She's
Right.
so good in the ring and she's so fun to watch. And I'm glad she was a part of it. And no matter how little time she gets, she always finds a way to shine.
Right. That's why I was so heartbroken to see that her relationship with Tyler Breeze was so short-lived. Because I thought that they played off of each other so well. Summer Breeze needs to make a comeback, guys.
That would actually be pretty fun. But he would keep on upstaging her. She would upstage him.
Well, they were amazing. I mean, they only got, what, maybe a couple months together?
It'd be great to see Summer Breeze actually like make a tag team run.
That'd be pretty amazing.
You know what I mean? It would be
Sure.
pretty fun. But yeah, I think Summer she's incredibly underrated, and I'm always happy to see her in a match because she always finds a way to. There really is no one like her on the roster because
Right.
she is she's that obnoxious, preppy cheerleader that thinks she's better than everyone.
Absolutely.
And she plays it up to a T.
I'm surprised we didn't see more involvement from Paige in England.
I don't know what's
Oh,
going on.
yeah. I mean, she got a big pop when she came out. They were
Yeah.
like,
I mean, she
"Ooh."
did great stuff. Yeah.
You know, it was.
I
her
expected
Naomi.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, I did like Becky getting her kicks in with Charlotte.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
that was fun. Becky, getting a butt whooping in the ring too. And I particularly loved when Charlotte first came out. She's like, "Oh no, wait, I don't have to do this. What am I doing?"
There you go.
Right.
And then she comes in at the end, and Natalya hands her butt for her. So
Exactly.
I really enjoyed that.
Really looking
It was
forward
a
to
nice
that.
story.
Yes, very excited for that match. Next, we have our old friends Primo and Epico. I'm assuming we're going to be calling them that again.
They're still in Puerto Rico.
Yo, the Board of Tourism on Puerto Rico is loving them right now.
They're going to be the Puerto Ricos.
Damn it, Mark.
I do what I can.
Pretty good.
I like it.
I got to give love for
See,
that.
if only they would bring in Savio Vega.
That'd be cool.
Let's reform Los Boricuas.
That'd be cool.
Dude, as a manager?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not? But I'll tell you what, those vignettes they look nice. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Right. I think that's the biggest response is
But
don't know.
they look nice.
They sure like their country.
I mean, hey, Vaudevillains taking on those Usos, and long story short, Vaudevillains hit the Whirling Dervish for the win. So now in the finals for the #1 contendership at Payback now, it's going to be Vaudevillains taking on Enzo and Cass, the two newest tag teams.
I'm so excited
Yeah.
about that.
Yes.
Brand new,
NXT.
two brand new
NXT.
teams in the finals.
Yes.
That's how you build teams. That's how you build superstars.
Exactly.
That was quite a surprise for me. I mean, this was the Whirling Dervish. I was like, whoa, was that an uppercut to the back of the... Oh, okay, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Usos are another team. They're going to be over regardless.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they can maybe get involved. It sounds to me like they might be getting involved possibly with Gallows and Anderson.
Could be.
So why not put Vaudevillains? And if you notice, Vaudevillains had the different music tonight.
They did. A little bit more sinister.
Flopping back and
Not
forth.
no more Calliope. I'm
Yeah.
sad about that. But yeah, I think we could maybe be seeing a 6-man tag with Styles, Gallows, and Anderson versus Reigns and the Usos at some point. Maybe Styles reluctantly teaming because he's still kind of on the innocent side of things.
Yeah.
That'd
That's
be
going to
nice.
be a hell of a fun match at Payback, though.
Sure.
No doubt. Next, we see a little segment from the pre-show. Apollo Crews hanging out with the Social Outcasts. They keep trying to get Apollo to join him. He says, look, if one of you beats me tonight, I will join the Social Outcasts. And I guess they all have their different nicknames. Was it Cruise Control?
Cruise Control.
Control.
Cruise Missile.
Cruise
Bo
Missile.
Dallas was Cruise Missile.
And
but the
Singles
best
Cruise.
one, Singles Cruise from Heath Slater.
That got me.
So good. So good.
That got me.
They're just too cute. I loved it.
Yeah. But this was a really good match, too. Really, really solid. Of course, Apollo Crews does hit that big power bomb for the win, so he's not going to be part of the Social Outcast as of now.
Yeah, but you know they're going to keep on going after him. They have to.
Well, their deal, Apollo Crews said that part of their deal was if he won, they had to leave him alone forever.
They're the social outcasts.
Forever.
They're the social
Word
outcasts.
is
They're going to
bond.
keep on. They're
Word
gonna
is
keep on going
bond.
after him.
They don't know how to stop.
I think one of my favorite things was when Apollo Crews got knocked out of the ring and Heath Slater had distracted the ref. So Bo and Axel had a chance to like go after Cruz, and they're just kind of looking at him like, and then
We
the ref's
good.
like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's right. Get in the ring.
Yeah, we good.
Exactly.
You better get in the ring. I was gonna devastate you."
Y'all got a bunch of guns with lasers on them.
No, thanks, man. We good. We good? Okay, we good.
You can just see out of the three of them, you're like, okay, who's going in?
Right.
Short straw? No.
I dig the Outcasts, and Apollo Crews so far so great,
Yeah,
and they're the nicest guy. Like we both got to talk to him at
we did.
Radio Row.
We
and
did. Check
just-
it out. Wrestling Compadres for J-Lo's.
Yeah.
AfterBuzz for me. We both got a chance to talk to Apollo Crews at Mania Access.
You talk about a genuine human being. It does not get more genuine than Apollo Crews. He's grateful. He's very humble. And wow.
I can see him as a John Cena type. We get some more
Absolutely.
Sure.
in there.
Yeah.
Throw
Get
some,
a couple of storylines.
throw some jorts on him.
Well, let's not.
Not
No.
that.
Let's
Not
definitely-
in that way.
Definitely not.
Not that way.
And the main event for the night, wow, what a main event it was. Dean Ambrose taking on Kevin Owens. I mean, once again, a lot like Jericho and Zayn, except just a little bit more violent. You know, the KO hits a massive splash outside the ring, almost shades of Mick Foley when he would hit that elbow outside the ring. I mean, which one of the reasons Mick has trouble walking now because he did it so many times.
Just that hip, yeah.
Oof, just wow.
We saw that gnarly fish.
Oh gosh, landed to perfection.
Absolutely beautiful.
Ambrose he hit the top rope outside the ring. That's it, as Mick Foley would have done.
They were just having fun.
They really were. Trading blows in the center of the ring, then a superplex by Ambrose, and eventually Ambrose gets the knees up to stop the big splash and hits Dirty Deeds for the win. But
And a beautiful transition into that Dirty Deeds.
Yes.
We talked about it a little off mic. You know, it kind of looked like he might have been going for Kalisto's schoolboy roll through into the kick.
Yep.
But it was a gorgeous transition. It was just schoolboy up right into Dirty Deeds.
amazing.
Man, I just I knew Ambrose was gonna win, but I knew
I
he was gonna
didn't.
win. I totally knew he was gonna win. But the only reason why I knew is because he's like a cartoon character or a video game character, and he's already gone up against like Big Boss. He was beaten up by the Beast, so his punishment meter has gone up even further.
Yep.
So no matter what Kevin Owens was
All
gonna
right.
dole out to him,
Yeah.
it wasn't going to reach that same point, that
Sure.
breaking
That's
point.
true.
All
So
right.
that's why he brought it back, and that's why he did the dirty.
I like the way you're thinking about it.
If
I
this
like
was
it.
a Ninja Turtles video game, like if he
Turtles
found,
in Time?
if he found a pizza, that would give him all the way full energy.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
If it was Final Fight, it would have been a whole rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then he'd be fine.
Let's be honest.
Nice.
I find a rotisserie chicken, I'm back
On
tip
the,
top.
on the ground. You're good.
I'm 110% all day.
Maybe some apples.
Couple apples.
There you go.
What
Turkey
a,
legs.
what a match, though.
Get Haggard in here.
What a
Yeah.
match.
Absolutely.
And then afterwards, oof.
And then before Ambrose had a chance to do anything, Chris Jericho.
the scarf attack.
Oh, that old Cranky Pop
The
shows up.
scarf is back.
Old Cranky Pops.
Oh man! And you just saw the look on his face, like, yeah, what's up with this scarf now?
Right, exactly. And he's still owning it.
This scarf is kicking your ass.
I wish he would have then found the potted plant and like punted the potted plant. Like I wish they would have
The
kept
way
it.
the way that like Snitsky punted the baby.
Yeah, I wish they would have kept it somewhere near ringside, and he just would have thrown the potted plant on top of Ambrose. Or maybe that'll happen next week. I don't know.
Who knows? The potted plant's gonna get it at some point.
Ambrose and Jericho.
Ambrose did have that moment during the big fracas at the top of the show where
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, look, not near the potted plant. All right, everyone needs to calm down."
These two together,
Man.
solid.
Yeah, it'll be good stuff. I'm looking forward to it.
Digging it. So that's the end of Raw, everybody. So we had a number of matches made. We have Natty taking on Charlotte, Ric Flair in Charlotte's corner, Bret Hart in
Natty's corner.
Natty's corner. We now have Kevin Owens and Zayn. We now have Jericho and Ambrose. What
Right.
happened?
Sorry, I just have to give a shout out to Monsieur Melancholy.
Oh, he's great.
Scarf down some cranky pop, son.
Love it, man. Put that on a shirt.
Yo,
Rapid.
Melancholy's always on point.
Killing it.
Always on point.
We got Zayn Owens, we got Jericho Ambrose, we got
women's match.
Natty and Charlotte.
Of course,
We
AJ
got
Roman.
We got AJ Roman for the title. We've got the finals of the #1 contenders tag tournament.
Right.
And Enzo and Cass taking on the Vaudevillains.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's 5 already.
5 really good matches that have a lot of
Oh,
intrigue.
we've got The Miz versus Cesaro for the IC title.
Yep. Straight up match, I believe, so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
So to be
Do you think
honest,
they might do a Dolph and Corbin somewhere in there?
I think so. I'm thinking so. And not official just yet. I think it will. I think we will get that.
Maybe another women's match too.
Yeah,
Probably
definitely.
another
I think
tag team or
we'll
something.
see Sasha
great.
and Becky involved somehow.
I mean, right now that looks like a hell of a card.
Absolutely, it does.
Very excited for
I'm
this.
excited, yeah.
And they did a good job tonight of putting it all together. And Shane O'Mac, times are a changing.
Oh,
Boo. I loved it though. I
Oh
loved it.
man.
Are you wait? Tell me that was accidental.
What do you mean?
Did you not mean to do that?
No, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have
Wait,
a
you
strong.
No, you look. He looked so confused that I was mad about a pun.
I always look confused.
This is true.
Yeah,
This is true.
I wasn't confused that you were mad.
Okay.
I'm just.
Hey, well,
I was playing it off like, "What's up, y'all?"
Okay.
That's what I was doing.
Because if that was accidental, that would have been my favorite
No.
moment of all time.
Certainly was
that
not
was
accidental.
But
that
since
was
it's
so
not,
deliberate.
then die.
So
Okay. Dead. With that said, put yourself over, Ty Matthews.
Well, you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram at TyMatthewsPMA. No magicians tonight. The season has ended. So if you joined me on that magical journey, thank you very much. You can still catch me on Thursdays for the Lucha Underground After Show. We'll have OG Kevin Gill as our guest this week. Also, as we talked about at the top of the show, you can watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood every Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. on KDOC locally, U2 American nationally, or you can catch us on Patreon or the Fight TV app now. Fight TV app now is brand new. It's totally free. You can catch it. And if you're in California, come out to the beach. Come out to Port Hueneme. Free wrestling. Our next
That's right.
TV taping is this Sunday, 3 o'clock p.m.
Yep.
Completely free.
Yep.
So come check it out.
And catch up on episodes. Go to that Fight TV app. We got a couple of great episodes that are already up there. And I'm telling
hundreds. We got hundreds of episodes to catch up on. So get it.
The Coastline Clash is one of the greatest tapings we've ever done. It was so fun, and it was amazing to call the matches. I was so glad you had a great moment. Like, it was just all of us coming together as a team. You can't beat that.
You got to watch it just for Hobo and Jervis's entrance. Oh my god.
Also that.
How great. Did you see it already, Mark?
Yeah, they periscoped the match.
So funny. Just wait till you see that on TV. It's going to be fantastic.
So watch some free wrestling, y'all. That's what we're saying.
Markeia McCarty.
yes, you can follow me on Twitter, and if you want to see pictures, Instagram, at Markeia McCarty, MarkeiaMcCarty. And if you love live comedy, and you were able at the last 2 WrestleManias to join, to see Del Closefist. I'm part of that wrestling group, Christian Rosenberg and the such. So this Saturday at iOS, starting at 8 o'clock, we will be doing improv inspired from monologues from wrestlers. We'll have Scorpio Sky there, Christian Cole's joining us, and then of course Christian Rosenberg, and yes.
And that's this Saturday?
That's this Saturday at 8
I'm out of
p.m.
town. Curses!
iOS. You guys should come and join us.
Get it.
Yeah.
I'm at Jay Quasto on Twitter, jlocomedy.com. Big show next week. I'm headlining the Brea Improv Wednesday, April 27th.
The big show.
It's a big show. Which Sky and a bunch of buddies that live out that way are going to be coming. So if you're in Southern California, hit me up. I will hook you up with tickets. And afterwards, once again, I'll be back on the East Coast in June. June 15th, I'll be headlining Arts Quest in Bethlehem. So it'll be a nice little homecoming. And otherwise, Championship Wrestling this Sunday. And we love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.